So this is the fourth time that I've recorded this because I continue to go over the 10-minute mark. I'm very passionate about this subject, but I'm going to try to make this one a little bit shorter. So I'm not going to get to all the information that I'd like to. I did my project on industrial hemp, and this presentation is titled Hemp for Sustainability and Survival. First of all, what the heck is hemp? So industrial hemp is similar to, yet different than marijuana. They are the same species, Cannabis sativa, but the difference is in the THC content. THC is tetrahydrocannabinol, and it's a cannabinoid that is responsible for the mind-altering effects. Hemp will never get you high because it has less than 0.3% THC. Marijuana will get you high because it has about 10 to 30% THC. Now, if you look at the two pictures that I have on the upper left, the very top one is a field of industrial hemp, and you can see that it grows very tall and thin. This is because the plant is bred and grown to maximize the stalk and the seeds because of the industrial purposes that they are made into. And the picture below it are marijuana plants, and they are grown to maximize the flowers. And if you've ever seen a bud of the marijuana, that is where the THC is really concentrated into, and that's what you'll find in a marijuana plant. You will not find those same buds growing on a hemp plant because of the different uses for the plants. Marijuana grows very short and bushy. Some environmental aspects of hemp. There are over 25,000 different uses for industrial hemp. You can use it in food. I use like hemp hearts or hemp seeds in my smoothies. It's used as a medicine. CBD is a cannabinoid that's found within both hemp and marijuana. CBD is not responsible for altering the mind. It's very helpful, though, with anxiety and depression. It's used to treat schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, ADHD, pain, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, and so on. So there's very, very many uses for industrial hemp. One of the biggest things is that anything plastic, like plastic water bottles, plastic bags, so on, can be used with hemp seed oil. So we can make all the plastic materials that we consume in the world to be biodegradable. So you can throw a hemp water bottle in your compost pile and it'll turn into fertilizer. Hemp farming requires little or no herbicides, pesticides, synthetic fertilizers, or irrigation because hemp is naturally drought resistant. As the plant grows and the leaves grow out from the stalk, it smothers out the weeds, so you don't need to spray herbicides on the plant. Hemp does not have very many pests that will bother it, so farmers who grow this plant don't have to spray pesticides. You don't need to put synthetic fertilizers on the field of hemp because hemp does not suck a lot of nutrients from the soil. And farmers who do grow hemp will use like cattle manure, turkey manure, chicken, pig, ewe manure, all types of animal poop as fertilizers. So hemp can help solve deforestation because anything that we use lumber for, we can use hemp for. Hemp can be used to make paper and building materials. Chemical farming, the conventional agriculture is very unsustainable, and hemp farming is very sustainable. Hemp can help in the energy crisis because hemp can be used to make biogas, biodiesel, and the biomass, actually burning of the plant. Some people in other countries will burn hemp and use it to heat their homes. Landfill overflow. America, we're kind of a throwaway culture, disposable mentality. And even if everything we disposed of was biodegradable, that would have a huge effect on landfills because then things would decompose more. What we have in our landfills today may never decompose. So hemp is also helpful with keeping things out of landfills. Here are just a few of the many uses for the hemp plant. Some of the sociological aspects. Hemp has many benefits to society and to individuals. The renewable energies, like the biogas, biodiesel, and the biomass used for, like you can burn it and heat your home. Some people have a special type of generator that they burn it, and it's used to make electricity. Hemp can be used for health products, building materials. It's a very sustainable agriculture crop to grow. The United States imports almost $1 billion worth of hemp products every year, coming from Canada, China, countries in Europe. We need to legalize hemp so that farmers on American soil can grow it, and we can keep our money local and generate jobs within our country. My NEP survey results, there really wasn't a whole lot of knowledge on how hemp was different than marijuana or how many uses there were for hemp. I expected the people who scored high on the ecological survey test to have more knowledge. I also expected that maybe more left-leaning political people or women or the younger people would have more knowledge on hemp, but I did not see a correlation. But a lot of people did know that hemp is a very sustainable plant to grow. A big obstacle to legalizing hemp in our country is major vested interests in keeping hemp illegal. There are big businesses, big corporations that hemp will cut into their profit shares, such as logging, because anything that we use wood for, we can use hemp for. Big oil companies, hemp has the ability to almost replace fossil fuels. Big oil does not like that. Pharmaceutical companies, because hemp is so medicinal, it has the ability to replace many medical treatments and pharmaceutical pills. And cotton, anything we use cotton for, we can use hemp for. Cotton is a very unsustainable plant to grow. It requires lots of irrigation, lots of inputs, lots of chemicals. And conventional agribusiness, the chemical companies, the big seed companies, have interest to keep hemp illegal because they will make less money. Here's an example of a hemp house. There are hemp houses all around the world that the entire home is built using hemp. These hemp houses are mildew resistant, termite resistant. They're a sound insulator, and they're one of the most heat and cold insulating properties that known to man right now. So connecting industrial hemp back to some of the things we've been learning about in class. Industrial hemp can help end climate change because of its ability to replace fossil fuels and create more sustainable agriculture practices. And a lot of the conventional agriculture practices, working up the ground, tilling and plowing, and all the chemicals that are put on the soil, release more CO2 into the atmosphere than burning fossil fuels does. So when you see farmers tilling up their fields many times a year, that's releasing lots of CO2 into the atmosphere. Now with hemp, you don't have to continue to till up your field. You don't need so many inputs on that land. It's very beneficial to farmers. Hemp can help clean up the environment, keep things out of landfills. We can manufacture all kinds of biodegradable materials using hemp. Industrial hemp will help create green jobs within our country, especially in like the manufacturing industry that can produce clean energy, the biofuels and the biomass, and it's going to help facilitate a more sustainable way of living on planet Earth.